Track reviews.
Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. And it is time for a track review. We have been blessed on this New Music Friday with a brand new song from New York's own Tekashi 6ix9ine. And he has dropped this new track with cover art that is very much similar to the cover art that we saw with his Nicki Minaj Fifi single. Maybe he's planning on dropping a bunch of singles where you kind of see this cutesy CGI 6ix9ine pairing up with a bunch of people who he has features planned with that are most likely going to get him tons of attention and play and streams, because these days he really does strike me as more of an artist who is a singles artist, not as much a mixtape or an album artist, somebody who drops that hot, necessary, in-the-moment track that hits the top of the charts and doesn't so much focus on the bigger picture of a record or anything like that, because he has such a look and such a personality that just plays well as a feature, as a single, as a music video, because he's bright, he's in your face, he's kind of obnoxious, which in the long run does tend to, wear thin. But I don't know, Fifi for 6ix9ine was kind of a change of pace, stylistically, sonically, with the very persistent, like, eighth note flow on that track, the bright and sort of upbeat instrumental for him. The auto-tune on his voice as well was a bit of a change of pace for 6ix9ine too. And it looks like there will be yet another change here with him featuring Puerto Rican trap, Latin pop, and reggaeton artist Anuel AA, who is fresh out of like a 2-year prison sentence, I think. So this is most likely going to be something very different for 6ix9ine. Maybe getting in touch with his Latin roots on this track over here. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what's up. See if it's good or bad, a refreshing direction, or a total dumpster fire. Here we go. Okay, all right, we heard that. That was a thing that we heard. You know, let me get into what I liked about the track first. I mean, generally, I thought the summery vibe of the track was fun. I thought the very playful, almost kidsy and very childish, I guess, keyboard lick that plays throughout a lot of the track is really sweet. It's very colorful and very much matches the cartoony and the super friendly vibe of the album art. I'd say there's definitely a tropical note to the instrumental too. I like the bumping reggaeton beat, and I like Anuel's voice on the track, despite not really having much in the way of a familiarity with his sound, his style, his singing ability, all that stuff. I think he has a nice, somewhat mid to low vocal range that pairs very well on this beat. He sounds very masculine, very authoritative, really kind of, commands the instrumental quite a bit. But like with Fifi, which I did not really care for all that much outside of the instrumental and Nicki's performance, but like with Fifi, I just don't really care for what 6ix9ine is doing vocally, and I think his voice sounds awful with auto-tune on it. I mean, vocally, I think 6ix9ine is a super limited artist. I think the number of things that he can do and do well is just very, very narrow. He can hop on a beat, scream his brains off, say some nasty shit, come off pretty funny in the process, and it makes for an entertaining banger. It makes for a hard-hitting feature, and that's it. Like, again, on Fifi, sounded pretty ridiculous with that nasally delivery, that auto-tune on his voice, and I think he sounds doubly ridiculous with those same things, and on top of it, he's trying to sing in this awful-ass voice that he's got going. Yeah, I can't say it's doing it for me. It's It's trash singing. The singing on this track is trash. His singing is garbage. And that's really all I can say about it. I don't know if this is exactly the kind of sound or direction that his fans have been looking for from him, I guess. I could see him definitely getting a bit of play in the reggaeton and the Latin trap community with this kind of song, because this is the sort of thing that does get play over there. He could get a bit more crossover appeal as a result of that. I'm sure that singles like this are all about networking, all about growing your audience, so on and so forth. And this sound, this style, is very hot right now. You know, there are a lot of hit songs floating around in this sound, in this style. And with the internet kind of breaking down the cultural barriers of styles of music like this, and music that's not necessarily in English too, I think this sound and I think this trend, it's not going anywhere. I think it's here to stay for a long while. And tracks like this and artists like 6ix9ine are definitely ensuring that that is the case. So while I think you might get a bit more play in that direction as a result of this track, I don't know if people who come to 6ix9ine for tracks like Kiki or come to 6ix9ine for tracks like Gummo are necessarily going to get the crazy, wild East Coast bang bang gun music that they're looking for in this. Yeah, his singing is just awful. It's just terrible. I cannot stand it, and I just don't know if there's anything I can say about it outside of that. It's really embarrassing in a way, the quality of the singing on this track. And again, from 6ix9ine, because I don't think Anuel did that bad. So while there are a lot of things that I like about the track, is it a song that I want to hear from 6ix9ine? Is it a sound? Is it a style that I think 6ix9ine does justice, that I think he performs well on? No, not really. It just kind of sounds like a hot mess as far as 6ix9ine is concerned. But, you know, I'm sure with his name, a music video slapped on this thing, a few memes, and some internet controversy, this song will be on YouTube with hundreds and hundreds and millions of plays at some point. So we'll see it when we see it. So those are my thoughts on the track. Over here next to my head is another review that you can check out. Hit that up, or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, BEBE, Anuel AA, Tekashi 6ix9ine, forever.